Right, it's Thursday, the 9th of May 2024, and good morning. Welcome back to the channel for the first time this year, and welcome to the glorious Lake District. Specifically, welcome to Grasmere. I just parked in the lay-by off the A591 here, and I'm making my way back to Grasmere village now. There were several cloud inversions when I got here this morning. It's starting to clear a little now, but it is an absolutely lovely morning. Warmer than I expected at this stage. It's about just 9:15ish, something like that. Just about 70 or 80 yards before you get to the Swan Hotel. I'm just going to turn off down this lane here, Pie Lane, and follow it down to the B5287. I'm just going to cross the bridge over the River Brothay and look for a footpath on the right immediately after, pretty much immediately after. Here's the footpath I'm looking for. So, into the mud. As the title of the video would suggest, there's something of a unfinished business about this walk. I'll go into that a little later. But today I'm going to go up to hopefully Silver How, then on to Blea Rigg, and from there down and then up onto Tarn Crag to finish the walk off. So 3 more Wainwrights today, 2 of which I've done before, and the other one, Tarn Crag, I haven't. And there's a reason for that. This is a lovely walk through these little woods, and especially now that all the bluebells are out. But here I'm going to turn left and then look for a footpath on the right, which will take me up in the direction of Allen Bank. This should be the one I need. I've just turned right in front of the Glenthorne Hotel down there, and I'm taking this track up here, which I'm hoping will lead me up to Allen Bank. I think Allen Bank is just ahead now. Again, some lovely woodland around here. So it is a really lovely start to the walk. There's Allen Bank, and just before you get there, turn right along this path here, and ahead there's a really lovely view of Helm Crag coming up shortly. But that's not a bad view either, across there at the moment. I think that's up to Stone Arthur. Here we go. Helm Crag. in all its glory. Now, I know it's a little early in the walk to be stopping, but there's a nice bench here. It's going to have a minute and enjoy the really lovely view across. As I said though, it's a little early to be stopping for a rest, so let's push on. This path rises quite gently at the beginning anyway. Right, just approaching the cottage here, and you have a choice of paths going to this footpath sign, but we want to go left, heading up to Silverhow and Langdale. We go through a gate ahead. This path's a little steep and uneven in places. Ooh. Rather stiff gate. And just after going through the gate, you come to this wall and follow it up for a little way. And just be able to see where the wall bends to the left. Path continues up. It's rather boggy around here, so best bet is to stick to the wall side along the stones here. I've just reached the wall corner, but it's always worth stopping, looking behind to see what you're leaving behind. Still a little bit of inversion on the higher tops. And from here I can just get a glimpse of Sourmilk Gill. That's the waterfall of Sourmilk Gill, which hopefully I shall be coming back past. And I would presume that that's Tarn Crag in view now. There is Helm Crag and the Lion. So I said, having got to the point where the wall bends off to the left, this is where the hard work begins. It's quite a steep climb now up onto the summit of Silverhow. It's a rather steep pull up. The burns the quads a little. And this is an absolutely beautiful section here. Wind-blown little trees. Nice little gorge there. The path, thankfully, is flattened out a little. Yeah, it's a great excuse just to stop here, get the breath back, and take in the views again. As I said, the cloud inversion is still going on, but this is an absolutely stunning view. And you're not even at the top yet. So yeah, can't wait to get to the top and get the views down over Grasmere, over to Rydal Water. Nice little ravine down to the left here. Just have a look down a little way. There you go, that runs off down there. It would appear I've gone wrong. I went charging on about 20 or 30 yards up there. Realised I was on the wrong path. I should have carried on down to the bottom here and then climbed up this little section here and up on the path there. So I'll have to rather gingerly make my way down here. Be a little careful. Well, that's a bit of a scramble, albeit a relatively easy one up there. And make my way up onto Silver How now. Quite a few years since I've been up on Silver How, and I don't remember having to cross that little ravine there. Another cairn here, marking the way. Across to the right here is Lang How, I think, and if I'd have carried on the way I was going prior to crossing the stream, that's where I would have ended up. And still some way off, and quite a little climb up, is the, well, what I'm hoping is the summit of Silver How. It may just be a little further over the top there, the actual summit. Just a brief stop on the way up to take in the view behind. And here we are, Silver How summit. And here's the views from up here on Silver How. Across to Lang How in the direction I'll be going after, to Blea Rigg Tarn Crag. Some of the Fairfield Horseshoe. Still got the little bit of inversion. Just have a walk down to the edge here. Have a look down over Grasmere and Rydalwater. And then I'll move on. It's only 11:15, so not time for lunch yet. Just have a quick look down here. And that's something of a beautiful view down there. Looking across to Rig. And I think, well, this camera probably won't pick it up, just over the crest here is Water, I think. Yeah, the sun came out, I don't know, 15-20 minutes ago. I took my fleece off, slapped some sun cream on, and it went in almost immediately afterwards, so not great. But yeah, absolutely terrific view up here. I think I will spend a few minutes just overlooking this, and then I'll push on. There's a little cool Windermere is over in the distance. So yeah, this is a great little fell, and I hope you're not too exhausted by your efforts to get up here. But yeah, it's certainly worth it if you just come up here and do this one. This is absolutely brilliant. If you want to take a few more on, by all means. But yeah, move across to Blea Rigg now. And I'm heading in that direction towards Lang How. Just down from the summit there's a little crossroads of paths here. I'm going to go right. This path along here is a little squelchy in places. I'm going to manoeuvre your way around it. Where do we go here? Right, cross onto there, to there. There we go, another squelchy bit, that's me. Right. Down here I think. Let's go around it. Yeah, let's go quite a long way around there. Really squelchy. That's the worst of it done. Some people up on the top of Lang How Probably won't pick it out on this camera. Here comes another one. More herdies. And I'm just circling around beneath the slopes of Lang How at the moment. That's quite an impressive lump of rock. There's a little tarn here, just below Lang How. There's another couple of small tarns as well, quite a biggish one here, just a little further along the path. And the views at the moment are all off to the left, over to the Langdales. Right hand side of the picture is Pavey Ark, towards the middle is the Harrison Stickle. And the Crinkles, about the middle of the picture now, I would imagine. Both fells just in a bit of clag. And Pike of Blisco now in the middle of the picture. There are quite a lot of little humps and bumps along this route. That's the path I should be taking, but I'm just going to go up to one of them. This one up here. See what the view's like from up there. I presume the path drops down the other side. If not, I'll have to come back down. It's not much from the scent. Yeah, here I am on the top. Little cairn. There's a path runs along the bottom here. I presume that's the path that I should be on. And yeah, it's a decent view. Looking back along the way I've come, past the little tarns, looking across to the Langdales. Just losing a little bit of height on it after gaining it again. I think off here maybe raw pike. No, we don't go up and over there, fortunately. Yeah, as I thought, I'm going around the slopes of what I think is raw pike, and then moving round somewhere further along. This path's been really tricky to follow, and I'm glad I've got the OS app and the GPS to keep me on track. But I'm heading towards Blea Rigg now. Just going to go stop and check the map in a minute, make sure I'm on exactly the right place. There's a cairn here, and this is definitely a path. Right, I'm just approaching Great Castle How, and the path will swing up round here. And you'll see a couple of sheep on top there, just up past them. And then I'm on my way to Blea Rigg. Yeah, so the path threads its way through below Great How Crags. Makes its way along and zigzags up onto the top of Blea Rigg, which is in the centre of the picture now. So yeah, definitely need a map, compass, all the aids you can get to navigate this little walk, I think. And when I say a little walk, of course, I don't mean that at all. It's about a 9-mile walk or so, and it's tough enough for a first venture into the lakes this year. There's a nice little tarn here, and you can look across it to what I think is Pike of Blisco. So yeah, if it was a bit clearer today, that would be a real nice view. Good photograph. I did mention earlier that if you intended doing this walk, you need to bring a map and compass and all that kind of gubbins. You also need to bring a pair of stout waterproof boots or shoes, because there's quite a lot of muddy sections. Hasn't been too bad today, but I would have thought after a really heavy rain it would be quite unpleasant in places. But a nice view from here, looking down the Uttle Shark Fin. There is Side Pike leading up onto Lingmore Fell. Just making my way up to Blea Rigg now. That's looking down to first view of Easdale Tarn. This is how far I've come up so far, and quite a stiff little climb still to go up through these rocks here, so it may be require a little hand on rock just for steadying. Yeah, that wasn't too bad, just needed one hand for just steadying me. Now I'm going to wend my way through this lot and find my way up onto the top. And there's a much better view of Easdale Tarn now. You get the full view from here. Just below the summit of Blea Rigg, it's a real mishmash of rocks around here. And you tend to lose the path a little. But then you just find it again and you come across a cairn like this and you know you're okay. And here we are at last on the summit of Blea Rigg. Now it's just where the highest point is. It's quite a high point over here. Another one over there. Just wondering if the one behind me is the summit. Let's have a look. That's possibly the summit. I would imagine so anyway. Let's get over there. Well, I think this must be the summit. I can't see anything really higher, although over there looks as though it could be. I might have to just nip back over there in a minute. Right, I've made my way over to this other little peak. Looks like it's got a bit of a cairn on it, so do I assume this is the summit? Perhaps. Yeah, so this could be the summit of Blea Rigg at last. Oh. Oh. And a lovely view from up here. These are the views from the summit of Blea Rigg. The sunshine is just touching the Langdale Parks now. Harrison Stickle. Baby Ark. And from the top here I can just see across to Cordale Tarn, where I'll be going after. To the south is Side Pike and Lingmore Fell, Pike of Blisco, and way off out to the east is Windermere. And Sergeant Man once again looks really nice when it's lit up now. Right, I found myself a nice little perch just below the summit. The summit's just back up here. So I'm going to have some food. It being about 20 to 1, I was hoping to have my dinner about 12, but that's how these things go. But yeah, nice view over back here. The big bulk here is Pavey Ark, and around to Harrison Stickle. Right, well that's me fed and watered, so I'm off now down to Cordale Tarn, then on to Tarn Crag, and that's going to be the next stop that I have. Let's find my way down here. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to getting to Cordale Tarn. the boggy here. Now that I've come away from the summit, I've got the views of Easdale Tarn back. It'll be nice to sit around there at the end of the walk, well, towards the end of the walk, should I say. And yeah, nice little summit, Blea Rigg, and some good views. And yeah, there's only one of a number of 3 or 4 places on Blea Rigg which could be a summit, but I chose to accept the one with the cairn on as a summit, so whether I'm right or wrong I don't know, but yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. It's quite a steady walk along here now until I get to the turning point, which will take me down to around Bell's Knot, where I then make my way up to Cordale Tarn. But yeah, it's very pleasant, not too bad on my foot, a little stony. Right, so just come off the path a little way because I've got a better view now again of Easdale Tarn, and I've got my first real good view of Cordale Tarn. So I'll be heading down and then up around the near side of that, the right hand side if you will, and then along the ridge to Tarn Crag. Right, just short of a little cairn on the bit of a bump here, there's a split in the path. The path going straight on past the cairn takes you up to Sergeant Man, up that way, but I want to come off here, and that's the way I went the last time I came up here, up to Sergeant Man, back down to this point, and then turn left. Well, today I'm just going to go down here and turn right. It's not how I remember it, I'll be perfectly honest. There's a little cairn here. I probably should have walked a little further along the path and turned off. But never mind. But yeah, I need to go down this path here, and this is quite a rough path if I remember rightly. And this will take me down to another little junction at the bottom. Well, unfortunately the path I've come down isn't in view, it's around this corner here. But I didn't remember much of it, apart from the fact that it was very unpleasant. And it is unpleasant. But I do remember getting to about here, where it levels out and becomes a little better. Cordale Tarn is off to the left there. If you happen to be coming up this way, by the way, don't be fooled by this section. You get about 15-20 yards of flagged path, and then the rest is just shale, as it has been prior to getting here, but worse than prior to getting here, unfortunately. So just bear that in mind if you're coming up this way at all anytime. Well, I must say I'm not too unhappy that that descent is over. That was horrible. But what a brilliant view you've got here, down to Easdale Tarn, Helm Crag behind. I think these mighty impressive rocks here are Bell's Knot, and this is why I chose to title this walk Unfinished Business, because although from way up there you can see Cordale Tarn, you can see the path which goes round to Cordale Tarn, I somehow managed to miss it at this point here, and I was stood here, just admiring the view, and I looked across and I saw this path and thought, that's not marked on the Ordnance Survey, I might wonder where that goes. And I heard a couple talking just below down here somewhere, and I heard one said to the other, well, are we going up to Cordale? And they set off up that way, and it still didn't register. I had a complete brain fog. I don't know what I was thinking, and I just plodded on down there. Got to halfway down there and looked up and thought I should be up there. So as I said, the only excuse I can give is that coming down there I had my head down all the way trying to avoid slipping and sliding, and I just missed it all. So today, unfinished business takes me down here and up onto Cordale Tarn. Right, Find a way across here. Yeah, it was quite simple crossing over there, no problem. And here we are at Blea Tarn. What a nice little spot. Could be a spot for 5 minutes. That's what's off up to the left. And back up in the direction of where I've come. There's a very nice rock down here, beside the tarn. If I can get to it without getting my feet wet, I'll go and perch on it for a few minutes. And yeah, what a lovely spot this is. Absolutely beautiful. Oh. Right, so I'll go and have 10 minutes here with the regulation Mars bar. It's an absolutely beautiful little spot. Cheers. The path swings, as I said, to the right of the tarn and then turns off and goes up onto Tarn Crag. But yeah, this is well worth stopping here for a few minutes. And then the rest coming up at Blea Tarn, hopefully. Well, it's been absolutely brilliant sitting here for the last 15-20 minutes or so, and I've had the whole place to myself. No one in sight. Well, there's one chap just come down now, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I've seen a lot of wild camping videos on YouTube, but this is a place, goodness me, what a place to camp. And I would certainly like to come back here again. That's I could have stopped here for another hour. It's been so nice. And that's the trouble with doing multiple Wainwrights. You don't know how long to stop at each place. You could get to the end and think, well, should have gone a bit quicker than that. Or you get to the end and you think, well, I could have had another half hour there. So, never mind. Absolutely beautiful. And the only sound you can hear are a few seagulls flying above, the odd hurdy, and the water flowing out of the tarn here. And nothing else. Oops. The chap I saw a few minutes ago is just over there having a swim. That's the view looking back to the tarn. It's a bit squelchy coming along there, I must admit. Wouldn't like to do it after really heavy rain. Right, I'm up on the ridge now and making my way over to Tarn Crag. It's pretty interesting as well, all these different rock formations and what have you. I think I'm going the right way. I would have thought I would have been more on the top, but maybe I've got to drop down before I can get up onto Tarn Crag. I'm following a path. Oh. Yeah, and the sun's really warm now, the warmest it's been all day. It's just incredible up here. Whew. All the different rock formations, path going along here, take me up onto Tarn Crag, and this is what's off to my right. Absolutely beautiful. The path will take me off over there after, but I think this is Tarn Crag. I don't know for sure, but let's go up and have a look. That's the view off looking down from here. Let's get on the top here. Well, yeah, this is it, Tarn Crag. It's the highest point around. Oh. Wow. This path goes off down the bottom there. It's another little trig point, or cairn, should I say, across there. What a view. Whew. And I presume the way down is along here. But yeah, the Helm Crag, Gibson Knot, along the ridge up to Calf Crag. Absolutely stunning. And again, all to myself, nobody in sight. So I'll just have a wander across there after. Look at the view from there, and then probably have to make my way back and down, I would imagine. Let's see. So I'm just making my way to the other little summit up here, the cairn, or I head rather steeply back down. And once again, a lovely view from here as well. Oh. And back along to where I've been this afternoon, up onto Blea Rigg. There are a couple of people just arrived at the top of Tarn Crag now. They were up at Blea Rigg when I was up there. I'm not coming off the summit of Tarn Crag exactly how I should do, but there seems to be something of a path here. May lead me down to the path I need. Once again, there's a Tarn Crag up there. So you do drop down into the bottom here somewhere. I can see a path. I can probably make my way across to it. I'm just walking above Easdale Tarn now. So I don't know, another quarter of a mile, half a mile, I should be turning off to make my way down there. That's looking back up to the summit of Tarn Crag. And there's a lovely bit of sun on the fells further down now. I presume the path goes along there. I can see a little bit of a green trod to the left of the top. Right, I've got down to a little crossroads here. That's the hill I was filming before, so I didn't think I wanted to go that way, but the way I've mapped it, I am going that way. But there is a path which goes off to the right here, takes you down, I presume, to Easdale Tarn. So yeah, I'll go down that way. I'm going down, cutting off a little earlier, well, quite a bit earlier than I thought I would be doing. But I presume this will take me down to the Tarn. Slight change of plan. I just got to the corner here, and I think the path swings back around to the right. So I think I may have to go this way after all. As I said, this is the way I'd mapped the route to take. We shall see. That's a rather awkward little drop. They're very boggy in places, and yeah, not great. But I'm making my way slowly towards the point where I should break off and go down to Blea Tarn, although Blea Tarn is way up to view at the moment. Right, well, I've finally got down to the bottom. It seems to be in a long way, that. Much longer than I was expecting. The path carries on down here into Fort Easdale. But I'm going back this way to Blea Tarn. And it's quite a bit further than I thought it would be. And here I am at last at Blea Tarn. And this is a path I should have come down, so I slipped up, not cutting off much further up the ridge, and a lovely spot it is. As I said, I'm just looking at the path some people have come down, and it looks like it's winding down that way. There's somebody just moving on the top, figure in black. Again, this camera won't pick it up. Yeah, you can just see somebody walking down there, I think. And that, as I said, is probably the path that I should have come down on. But they're probably coming down the path I should have come down. So yeah, decent rest here is called for. Alright, just cross over the outflow of Blea Tarn here. Not getting my feet wet, hopefully. Yeah, not a problem. The day's changing a little, a few darker clouds up above. But it has been a decent day. So there's no complaints on that score. So what I thought was going to be a 9-mile walk, maybe a little more. Just checked the GPS, and at this stage I've done about just over 8 3/4, and there's still a fair way to go. So I must have underestimated this somehow. Fortunately, the rest of the walk is all pretty flat and pretty much downhill, so that should make it a little easier. Should be able to pick up a little bit of time. But yeah, looking back up to the direction of Tarn Crag. Just off to the left here is Helm Crag. The summit is on the far left of this little bump here. That's the true summit. The what's called the old lady playing the piano. As I say, there's the true summit of Helm Crag. The old lady playing the piano. Obviously, the old lady's the little bit on the left, and the piano's in front of it. And there's some of the rest of the path on the way down, and there's a nice little bit of sunshine touching the fields ahead now. And a little bit of sunshine on the tops here as well. Sun just illuminating the top of these trees. Nice little pool for a dip there. That's another shot of the waterfall with a rather impressive crag up behind it. Looks like it's feeding time. This is a very pleasant stretch of the walk now, walking along by Eastdale Beck. And underfoot conditions are pretty decent as well, compared to some that I've had today. Nice view over there. And look at that view looking back. Yeah, that's pretty damn good as well. Just about to cross the little bridge which goes over Eastdale Beck and out onto the road. Look at these beautiful flowers on this tree, the orange flowers. Really stand out. So Eastdale Beck and upstream. Yeah, absolutely beautiful these. Just got a little way of road walking to do now. Hi.
Hello.
This little lane I'm on now takes you off the road for 100 yards or so. This is the Blea Rigg Tarn Hotel that I passed early in the walk when I went up there to Allen Bank. So it's just a matter of retracing my steps now back to the car down here. And it is a little further than 100 yards along that lane, I must admit. It didn't seem that far last time I came along. So, just make my way back through the woods now, the way I came. Enjoy this last bit of the walk. So I hope you've enjoyed this walk. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, if you have. And yeah, if you have enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you would give it a like and perhaps even subscribe. It helps a tiny channel like mine to grow a little bit bigger, perhaps. And I'll see you on the next one. But don't go just yet. I'll get to the end of the walk. I'll let you know how far this walk's been. Certainly not going to be the 9 miles that I expected. Right, well there I am back at the parking area, and for the walk, which was supposed to be 9 miles, the GPS says just over 11 and a half. I looked at my watch when I was up at Blea Rigg and calculated that I would be back at the car at about 4 o'clock. It's 40 to 6, so I've miscalculated there somehow. But it's been a lovely walk, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I may just have overtaxed myself a little though for the first walk in the lakes this year.